Good afternoon, good people. Welcome back to Joy Connections. This is a random video about my frustrations. One of my greatest frustrations these days is keeping a balance, or shall I say, managing my physical health and my mental health. I actually never realized how much these two are strongly connected. Back in the days when things were stressing me out, when I was feeling anxious about something, uh, when I was feeling strung out, even in distress, those physical activities that used to ground me and help me to calm down and recalibrate. I don't know if that's the right word. Are the very things that I can't do now physically. I feel like I'm living someone else's life. When I was growing up, I was a hyperactive human being. And as a young adult, I was hyperactive. And as a middle-aged adult, still hyperactive. And just as I'm stepping into that age that I had pinned to be the age that I was gonna go on all these adventures that I put off because I was taking care of this or that. I was being responsible for this or that. I can't do them now because I'm no longer well enough. And that is frustrating. It is frustrating. I used to be like one of my coping mechanisms when I was stressed out, strung out, etc., was to go for a drive. And I could literally just go on Google and Google a place or Google a location or a region and then ask for something interesting going on there. And I would just get into my car, drive, even if it was 2 hours, I wasn't really bothered. I would drive. And I'd find that whole journey more calming than what was actually at the end of the journey. And now I can't drive long. I can only drive like 20 minutes and I'm already starting to struggle. So I'm literally having to explore the same places over and over and over again. And those are the places that are within 20 minutes drive from my place. And if you see me further than that, either a friend has come with me or we are on one of the church trips or the craft group that I attend for my mental well-being, they would have organized a trip and I would have jumped into one of the members' cars, catching a lift. You're making noise. And so, as much as I appreciate those things, I kind of, in most times, I'm kind of a lone ranger, not by choice, but I ended up that way because of situations and circumstances. And so now I find I struggle to be around people for long stretches. Like, for example, if I were to go on a 2-hour journey with people, I literally sometimes find myself feeling tired just talking, just just having to respond to what someone is asking me or what story they are telling me. You know, when someone is telling you a story or when someone is telling you something, you have to react, you have to respond and show that you are listening, you're paying attention, and you're comprehending what they're saying. And now and it's weird because I'm a talkative person. People used to say I can talk for England. I still can talk for England. That's the only one thing that I'm finding I'm still able to do. Though not as well as I used to. Because if I talk long, I start to get breathless. If I talk animatedly, I'm one of those people who put emotions in what I'm doing. And so even when I'm talking about something, I put emotion into the talking to reflect the emotions that arise from what I'm talking about. And now I'm like putting in that animation has become a job. And sometimes I find I'm trying to tell a story and I'm literally telling it while I'm looking for ways to cut the story short. And then, sometimes the story ends up losing its juiciness, ends up losing its essence, or it at times even loses its meaning. You lose the message you were trying to pass on because you're struggling between feeling tired, exhausted, and focusing on what you're talking about. And I've noticed that sometimes while I'm talking, my sentences become kind of spaced. And it's kind of weird when I'm listening to myself after recording these videos. Yeah, I was waiting for that. Yeah, anyway, I'm smiling and happy because it's sunny today and it's like glorious. I was I was planning on staying at home doing my crocheting because I got an order that I need to finish and deliver tomorrow at church. I'm wondering if I'm gonna finish it because I'm fighting the temptation to go to the bay, to go to Cardiff Bay, or to go to Porthcawl. I quite liked Porthcawl when we went there on a church lunch trip. And I clocked it in my head that I would want to go back there on my own so I can walk on the beach at my own pace, stop when I want to stop, when I need to stop, continue when I want to continue, I need to continue, and then kind of pick where I want to eat rather than having to pick where to eat that would accommodate the size of the group that we went as. We were a large group. So we needed to eat in a place that had space for a large group. Considering the weather was good, this part of Wales is like when there's good weather, it seems everyone gravitates towards the same places, and that's by the sea or by lakes where water is. And that means all the cafes or the restaurants or the cheap chippy shops, coffee shops and stuff will be chock-a-block full. And if you go as a group, it's a bit of a minefield. It's a bit of a do, as they would say here. But anyway, I'm tempted to go to Porthcawl today, but I don't know. If I do go, I will probably not finish somebody's order, and I do not want to displease people when I'm just starting out with my crocheting thing. Anyway, guys, I just was checking in, and I hope you all having a lovely day. Love you always.